We're back. The board's so nice, I bought it thrice. Today I'm making a video on the Satisfaction75 R2. This is the friends and family unit. It has a special color, it's dirty, and a special weight. It has a dog Kobe on it. So in this video, we're gonna talk about a community created modification created by Chippy, one of Keycaps mods. I will be honest with you, I don't know if I even did it right. This is called the Quarter Pounder with Cheese mod. They told me I had to say this or else they would take it away from me. I'll be honest with you, a few months after I ordered this, I actually kind of wanted to get a refund because I lost my job and my whole world flipped upside down, but I'm glad I kept the GB. The color here is very nice. This is a Seafoam green. Unfortunately, it kind of limits me in terms of what keycaps I could use, but minimal with Hangul. Looking mad nice on it. Wait, look at that Snorlax on it though. Hell yeah. So getting a third Sat75, well, the fourth I've touched because I built that one proto. I knew exactly how it was going to sound and feel. The spacebar will probably sound a little bit weak. There's slight hollowness in there. Kind of needs case foam. It is what it is. This board is not the best sounding and feeling board. It's more of an aesthetic. So it may sound and feel a little on the cheap side. You know what doesn't feel cheap? A custom cable from our video sponsor, Keybys. Keybys is a reliable cable vendor that can make custom cables for you and ship it to you within 7 days. They have a full array of custom colors in their custom configurator. They're adding features, specs, and colors every single day so you can match your keyboard. Recently, I've been working with them to add extra cable ends as well as a mini USB option. So if you were frustrated that you couldn't do that before, now you can. Check out Keybys today. The link is going to be in the description. Let's get back to the video. So one of the things I experienced on this is unfortunately the F4 plates from Keycaps have been trending very tight on switches. So I put in a switch here. I'm pressing it down. There's a tactile bump, which is why you see the layout you have here, which is 7U. My dumb self accidentally ordered a win keyless 7U carbon fiber plate instead of the standard, and I'm stuck with this because my standard F4 didn't work. Yeah, when I try to alt tab, I end up doing space tab. It's quite frustrating to be honest with you, but Keycaps is going to be replacing the F4 plate, so that's good news. Other than that, the board is a very unique color and I like the look. All right, but enough of reviewing stuff for the millionth time. The purpose of this video is the Quarter Pounder with Cheese mod. Alright, so this board is typically burger mounted, which is a top mount, but there's an O-ring on top and an O-ring on bottom. So it's sandwiches or burgers the plate in place. It's basically a top mount with a slightly different sound, less sharp I'd say, but the feel itself is going to be very similar to a top mount. The Quarter Pounder with Cheese mod actually uses 2 O-rings on the top and 1 in the bottom. This theoretically should lead to a more consistent typing experience, but is nowhere near flexible at this point. You're going to have screw head, then plastic spacer, and then thin O-ring, and then thick O-ring, and then plate, and then thick O-ring. I know, it took me like 20 minutes of staring at the image I drew based off the written description to try to get it done. And I try to make it clear for you here. I probably made it worse. The purpose of the plastic spacer is so that the O-ring doesn't just float over the screw like those stupid Stabies soft O-rings that don't do anything. Because the stack of O-rings and spacers is gonna take up more space, you do need to order longer screws. Let me give you the total of all the items I spent here. Well, what do I think of this mod? Holy mother gong hell, I had no idea what the description of this was. I bought 3 bags of these O-rings. I was confused and staring at it, but after it was built, it sounds pretty good. So these are stock Matcha Latte switches that I reviewed on the channel, and they're in a carbon fiber plate, and it sounds pretty damn good. I had to kind of like temper my expectations because the design of the Sat75 is not great for sound. There's no USB-C daughter boards, everything's kind of sandwiched in there. It's just a stiff top mount. For some reason, it doesn't have that like full sound of a TKL. 75s are just weird in terms of acoustics. I don't know why. And in terms of the Quarter Pounder with Cheese mod, I think it's very similar to how people did the double gasket on the GMMK Pro. It does sound a little bit creamier, poppier. And I use these specific words just because they mean absolutely nothing to the general populace because these words are very subjective. Does it sound bad? Absolutely not. Is it worth it? I don't know. I do like the spacebar sound though. It changed the mods in a great way. So would I recommend this mod? Honestly, why not? The Sat75 is not a cheap board anymore. Ever. $30 of O-rings and screws isn't gonna kill you. The original Satisfaction sound, I would rate it like a 6 out of 10. It's not my favorite sound. This is a board for aesthetic and look quirkiness. Having the quarter pound with cheese mod brings it up to a solid 7.5, 8, maybe 7.5, probably 7.5. At the end of the day, still sounds better than the GMMK Pro.